Okay, unlocking the front door.
What's up everybody, Rodrick here with the Ultraloq U-Bolt Pro 6-in-1 Ultimate Deadbolt, and yes, it is pretty amazing. Currently the smart lock is available for pre-order on Indiegogo. The link's down below in the description, so make sure you guys go pre-order that now so you can get it as soon as possible because you do not want to miss out on this. With this lock we have 6 ways of entry, including a smartphone app, a fingerprint, passcode, proximity, magic shake, and a mechanical key if you want to remember what it's like to live like a peasant. It's powered by 4 AA batteries which will last you over 8,000 entries, so you won't have to change the batteries for more or less a year depending on how often you guys use the door. It's made with a durable zinc alloy casing and is made with a weatherproof exterior assembly so it'll withstand the elements. When it comes to the smartphone app, we have a lot of different features, including the auto unlock when you come within Bluetooth range, the magic shake, so all you have to do is shake your phone to make the door unlock. You can add and remove different users, fingerprints, and passcodes at will so you know exactly who's in your house at what time. You can set and schedule temporary passcodes in case you have a friend staying for the weekend, you're an Airbnb host, or maybe the electrician's coming over while you're at work. And if you add on the optional Wi-Fi bridge, it gets even better. You can do all of that anywhere you are in the world through the internet, and it even notifies you every time somebody enters your house. Now, not everybody has a phone, nor do you want to carry it around with you everywhere you go, although I do, so I'm not sure who doesn't. But maybe your phone died and you won't be able to get in your house with it, so remember, you have the fingerprint sensor. It's a 360-degree sensor, so you can put your finger on upside down, sideways, right side up, doesn't really matter. It takes less than half a second to admit you into your own house. And maybe you had a long night, you lost your fingers, and now you can't get in your house. Problem solved. You can also use a PIN code, and it's pretty cool. So if somebody's watching over your shoulders, or maybe you just want to look like you can remember a super long number, you can put a bunch of numbers before and after your passcode so nobody can figure out what your code actually is. And maybe that long night also made you lose your memory, so you won't be able to remember your passcode. You can also use a mechanical key if you want to feel like a caveman. Oh no, the batteries died because you got all these alerts on your phone through the app and you didn't take it seriously. Now you can't get in your house because you don't have your key. What are you gonna do? You can also plug in a power bank so you can give us some juice temporarily so you can get in your house with your fingerprint or code or even your phone. And now we're getting even smarter. You can pair it with Google Home, Amazon Alexa, and IFTTT for some more smart features. It'll even notify you if an unauthorized user tries to gain access to your house. If you happen to be very forgetful, don't worry. Your door will automatically lock when you leave and lock when you go inside, so you don't have to worry about locking it either. That's awesome. Whoa, that's a lot of features to go over, and I'm really excited. I can't wait any longer, so let's get to it. Simply amazing when it comes to the packaging. Just look at that design, so sleek. The revolution of your front door, you got that right. Take a look at that, smartphone, fingerprint, code, and key. We don't need the key though, forget that. Oh, so nice. We're looking at smartphone control via Bluetooth, 360-degree live fingerprint identification in less than 0.4 seconds, anti-peep numeric keypad with backlight, and you can share temporary passcodes, not keys. You don't have to worry about them making copies. A really simple DIY installation that anybody can do. It works with standard deadbolt locks. If you have a combination lock, you might need a separate handle, and also Mortise locks and rim locks are not compatible. Auto unlock and auto lock. Auto unlock when you get to the door, auto lock once you get inside. Manage users, and also look at that app. Share codes and e-keys for specific dates and times. See a log of when and who entered, and the optional bridge if you want to get smarter. And now the moment we've been waiting for. Oh yeah! Inside the box we have an installation and user guide, a drill template if you need to drill some holes, some Ultraloq branded styrofoam, the Ultraloq Wi-Fi bridge, nice and compact, the interior assembly, the interior mounting plate. Oh nice, it came with 4 AA batteries, a bunch of screws to get the job done as well as the mechanical keys. It even came with a screwdriver, flat and Phillips head, the strike, the bolt, and the exterior assembly. Alright, first let's take a look at the interior assembly. Nice solid steel right here, nice and cold to the touch. I love it. Over on the front we have the interior lock along with an LED. You can lock it left or right depending on your door. Up top we have the sliding plate to insert 4 AA batteries. Over on the bottom we do have a little bit of plastic, probably for the Wi-Fi antennas. And on the back we have all this going on, as well as the connector to connect the exterior assembly to this one. And moving on to the exterior assembly where all the magic happens. Look at that, we got the fingerprint sensor in the middle, nice size right here as you can see. The 10-digit numerical keypad, which is backlit, although we don't have any power right now. On the bottom we have the Ultraloq button, which feels like there's 3 buttons under it, so I guess no matter where you press it, you'll always get a response. You can use this button to lock the door from the outside, as well as press it to illuminate the keypad. Over on the back we have all of this, pretty cool, and also the wire that feeds through the door to the interior assembly. Over on the bottom we do have the micro USB port in case you run out of power and need to plug in a power bank. I would prefer Type-C, and I feel like the cover could have been done a little better, but it is what it is. Now you're probably wondering, where on earth do I put the mechanical key you were talking about? It's pretty simple and pretty cool. All you do is pull the bottom out, like that, and then it folds down forward and you have access to the mechanical key. Now, one thing that is kind of concerning to me is the wires are exposed. So theoretically, anybody could open this up and cut the wires, and then you're in trouble because you can only use a mechanical key and your lock's not smart anymore. I feel like they could have designed this a little bit better. But then once you unlock the door, you just close it and attach it. Pretty simple. And I feel like it's easier when it's on the door. All right, now that we got everything unboxed and ready to go, let's get this thing installed. I'm so excited. All right, skipped over all the boring stuff, got the old lock out, and now we're ready to place the new one in. Now the first thing we're gonna do is install the bolt. Make sure you have it facing upwards, otherwise you'll be in some trouble and have to redo it. So just stick it in just like that. Get the screw and screw it in. Just like that, simple. All right, now we got the exterior assembly. We're gonna make sure this rod is horizontal, so it's gonna be flat for those of you wondering at home. We're gonna feed this wire underneath into the inside and then feed the little rod into the bolt. And then on the outside, we have it against the door, and now we're good to go to the next step. Now we got the interior mounting plate. We're gonna feed the wire through the bottom. Does that look like a bear with one ear? Get the rod through the center, and then put the screws in the holes, so we can screw the exterior assembly onto the door. And now the interior assembly, we're gonna take off the battery cover. We're gonna connect this wire to the internal connector. And it clicked into place, locked in. Make sure this is unlocked, so it's gonna be vertical, and put the rod into the plus sign hole. All right, now we're gonna put in the tiny screw, screw it into place. All right, just like that, locked into place, feels solid, looks good. All right, and now we're gonna put the batteries in, but first we have to make sure we turn it so it's locked, so the lock can remember the orientation of our door. So since our door locks to the left, we'll turn it to the left. If you have one that locks to the right, you'll turn it to the right. You got the idea. So now we'll stick the batteries in. And now it's gonna memorize it. It didn't appear to do the retraction it said it was gonna do on its own, but when I press the lock button, it does work, so I guess it did memorize the orientation. And now the lock works as advertised. Let's put the cover back on, and we're good to go. I like how it turns the numbers that way when it locks. All right, now we're gonna go into the U-Tec app, not the Ultraloq app. I just made that mistake and wasted about 20 minutes. So make sure you get the U-Tec app, open it up, log into your account, or create an account if you don't already have one. And now we're in. Okay, perfect. So now we'll add a device, U-Bolt. Now we'll scan for the Ultraloq. It showed up right away, perfect. Now we need an admin code. So this is gonna be your main code to access everything, I guess. So I'm gonna make my own code. All right, now I'm gonna name my Ultraloq. Take a picture of the lock. Okay, why not? All right, save the picture. It looks okay. And now we'll choose our orientation. I guess you could change it on here, that's pretty cool. So we have it on left, that's good. And now we're in, okay. So now we can click on it. It says the door's locked, we can tap the button. And it unlocked, awesome. I wanna lock it again. We can check out our users, so front door owner, that's me, and I could add other people here. You can add their picture, their name, and what type of user you want them to be, whether it's normal or admin or even temporary. You can take a look at the logs to see when the door was unlocked and by who. And then we can go into the settings. It tells us our serial number, the MAC address, the time, battery level, smart notifications. So we can create smart notifications when the door is locked or unlocked by a specific person, when it's locked or unlocked manually, or when it's auto-locked. We can also mute notifications, it looks like. The Ultraloq status, we could change from normal or lockout. Oh, so that's pretty cool. If you turn lockout on, you can only unlock it with a mechanical key and all the electric functions are turned off. Then there's magic shake, so you just shake your phone to unlock it, which I kind of think is a gimmick, because why would you bother doing that if it can unlock by itself, right? The direction of the lock, we already saw that. Auto lock, we could change that to whatever we want. It's defaulted at 30 seconds. We can make it lock in as little as 10 seconds and as many as 5 minutes. That's cool. Well, let's put it back down to 30. That sounds like a good amount of time. We can auto unlock. So auto unlock will do it when you approach your door and your phone connects to the GPS. Hi. So auto unlock will use your phone's GPS to know that you're home and automatically unlock the door for you by the time you get to the door. Pretty cool. We can go to firmware. We can update the firmware right in the app. That's great. And then advanced settings. There's nothing here except to delete and factory reset. And then the last thing at the bottom is what we're gonna need to do, pair the bridge. So let's click that. We're gonna pair the bridge, that way we can use the app to control the lock no matter where we are around the world, as long as we're connected to the internet. So right now I'm gonna plug in the bridge. It lights up. All right, now we'll just add the bridge. It's showing up instantly, that's great. We put in our Wi-Fi information. Now it's testing the signal strength between the bridge and the router. It says it's good. Wait around 20 seconds until the LED turns green before you can control the lock remotely. Now I can control my front door from anywhere I am. So if somebody happens to be at the door, I can unlock it and tell UPS to leave a package inside and hope that's all they do. Now we're gonna do one of the best features, the fingerprint. So we're gonna go to users. I'm gonna select myself, fingerprint, and then here we go. So let me get the lock in view. Make sure my finger and the fingerprint reader are clear and dry. Scan multiple angles. Okay, let's do this. Start adding a fingerprint. And there we go. And you can also add another finger, so I'll do my left hand. Oh, and look at that. So now it's locked and unlocked. Awesome. All right, right now the door is locked. I'm gonna show you how this works real quick. My code is 4 zeros, so I can just put a bunch of random numbers followed by 4 zeros, and then a bunch of random numbers at the end, press unlock, and it unlocks. Now if I'm just somebody random and I think I got what the code was, all those random digits, and then I try it, it won't work. And then when it comes to the fingerprint, if I put my actual fingerprint on there, it instantly unlocks. However, if it's somebody random or it's a finger that's not registered, it just won't work until I put my registered finger. Pretty awesome, right? All right, now I'm gonna connect it to Google Home. So I'm in the Google Home app. I'm gonna click add, set up a device, works with Google. And now that we got everything linked up, check this out. Hey Google, unlock the front door.
Okay, unlocking the front door.
Hey Google, lock the door.
Okay, locking the front door.
I don't have to do anything. Oh my God, you guys, after using this thing for a few days, I can't believe I've been living without this whole time. Although it's not like I haven't been needing one of these, because I hate fumbling around with keys trying to get inside when you're carrying a bunch of stuff. This solved all of those problems. The fingerprint, awesome. Passcode, cool if I happen to have gloves on or something. But the crazy thing is I don't even have to use those. I just leave my phone in my pocket. Once I return back within the vicinity of my house, guess what? It unlocks. I don't have to touch the lock at all. It's pretty crazy. And plus, once I walk inside, it locks itself. When I leave, it locks itself. Although I have it set up working perfectly now, there were a couple of issues I ran into while I was setting this thing up. The first thing is, for some reason in the App Store, there are two apps. There's U-Tec and Ultraloq. I first downloaded the Ultraloq app because I thought that's the app you needed for an Ultraloq, although I couldn't find the lock within that app. So make sure you download the U-Tec app because that's the one you need. I'm not sure why there's two, and the Ultraloq app hasn't been updated in about a year, so they should just really delete that thing completely. And the second thing is, when I first connected this lock to my phone through the correct app, I wasn't able to set up fingerprints on any of the users for some reason. I just didn't have the option for fingerprints at all. Come to find out, for whatever reason, it registered the U-Bolt Pro, which has the fingerprint sensor, as a regular U-Bolt without the Pro, which doesn't have a fingerprint sensor, so it didn't have the option. Not sure why that happened, but once I deleted it and re-added it to the app, it registered as a Pro and everything was good to go. Seriously though, if you're like me and you don't even like cars with keys, you need a push start or maybe even a Tesla without a button or anything at all, just get in and go. This is what you need for your house. Why bother with keys? I mean, it's 2019. Who still uses metal keys? I highly, I cannot recommend this enough. Go pick one up right now. Make sure you guys pre-order it so you can get it as soon as possible. Ugh, if you're not getting one of these, I don't know what to tell you. Seriously, there's no reason you wouldn't want one of these. It doesn't make sense. So when you want to pick one of these up, right now actually, links down below in the description. Click it, go pre-order it right now. Probably get a couple of them. Get one for every single door that has a lock within your house. Maybe get some for your friends' houses, because when you go over there, do you really want them to be fumbling around with keys? It takes time. Time is money. Money is time. Comment your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys think of it. If you're picking one up because you're tired of metal keys, I mean, come on, it's not the Stone Ages, it's 2019. Thumbs up, red subscribe button, social media, and I'll see you in the next one.